for our wildlife. So I'm all in favor. Get rid of all of
I
that.
bet you this greenbrier and that grapevine thingy that we've got in our yard has this big old trunks that go up the trees.
If it's native, if it's native, no. Good question. Yeah. I encourage people, if you want to plant something that's not native, once again, as I was mentioning with the hummingbird feeder, if you're going to plant something that's not native, plant something that is not going to escape and something that's not going to cross-pollinate. We have one species currently known of wild columbine in South Carolina and North Carolina, and it's Aquilegia canadensis. It is red, you've seen it. But you can go and buy any color of columbine you want. Question is, will you get cross-pollination taking place? And then what you end up with is your native species, once you could potentially change the genetics, and then you no longer have that species over long time periods, you end up with something different. And depending upon who interacts, those pollen robbers, for example, while they do rob the pollen, they also play a very important role within the system. If they can't feed on the pollen of that new columbine you ended up with, then it also affects that level as well. So plant-animal interactions are huge. Plants are the basis of everything. If there's not any plants out there, there's nothing else living on the planet.
So I have a bird feeder that's been dominated this year by mourning doves. They seem to have taken over, and the other birds, try to sneak in and then get out. Well, they're bigger than some of the other birds, but I didn't know if it never happened before. Wow. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe if you're lucky, a Cooper's or a sharp-shinned hawk will show up. Your bird feeder will become a bird feeder.
Somebody told me to get out of shot.
Are they low to the ground?
The columbine, Tim.
Yes.
The native one I know, of course, is the red and yellow one. Are there other native columbines? Because I bought one that wasn't blue, and thinking it was the red and yellow, and it turned out to be blue. Is there?
There are native wild columbines that are blue, but not to the eastern United States. If you go out west, the columbine diversity out west is incredible. Go after the snow melt, go in August, early August, just incredible, all those meadows out west. And there are lots of different species of columbines that grow out west and in other parts of North America as well. But here in the eastern United States, and then there are all these, there are varieties and there are hybrids, and through horticulture you can select certain things that you want. I tell people buy it by its scientific name. If it says Aquilegia canadensis, then that's what you want. If it says Aquilegia and then an X, and that means it's crossed with something. But if you want to know that it's native, make sure you buy it by its scientific name and know that that plant is native to your area.
Well, is that blue one that I wound up with going to be bad for the native birds and insects and stuff? Who knows?
Run an experiment. There you go. I can't answer that one. I can answer if you replace it with a native wild columbine, then it will be advantageous to the native fauna of the area. How was that for a politically correct answer? Yes, sir.
Polk County's been taken over by kudzu this year.
What do you do about kudzu? An old farmer told me, here's what you do. You get a goat. That's right. Yeah, kudzu is. It's a challenge to manage kudzu. Eradication is extremely hard to do. It can be done. There's a lot of new things that are being used out there. A lot of mechanical removal. Mechanical can be goats eating it. It can be digging up those great big roots. I mean, you can cut all day long cutting the runners off of it, and it's going to have some impact on it, but there's a big old juicy root underground just waiting to send up a new runner. So some of the biggest success that they've had with removal in terms of mechanical removal is digging up the roots. Pam can tell you all about kudzu eradication.
Yeah, we're still experimenting. We can't say we were ready.
But kudzu management, yeah. Great. I'll be glad, let me take a couple of more questions, and then I'll be glad to answer other questions that you might have. But certainly I don't want to monopolize your day. There's other things you might like to do. So let me take a couple of more, and then wrap things up, and then I'll be here to answer questions. I'll be glad to. Yes?
What flowers would you recommend instead of a hummingbird feeder? What are native flowers that you can put in a hanging basket, for instance?
That wild honeysuckle that I showed you is a great plant, particularly if you like vines. I mean, you can cut them back and manage them. Coral honeysuckle is our native honeysuckle, and they'll do really nicely. Our native impatient, there are two native impatiens in North Carolina. There's one in South Carolina. Both have the common name of jewelweed. Hummingbirds love them, but the word weed is important. If you plant jewelweed, you better like it, because you will have more than you could ever imagine. To most people, if you've got a huge area, maybe, but I would not recommend. Some people tell you that'll work, and it will. But I would say the native, the coral honeysuckle would be what I would recommend as far as the vine. There's some other ones I could list for you if you'd like. Okay. One more question. Everybody's good? All right, good. Well, I would like to close in saying thank you to you. There are many, many things that you could have chosen to do today. I am honored that you chose to give me an hour and a half or 2 hours of your precious time. It's a gift which I cannot give back to you, so hopefully it was worth your time. So thank you for coming.
Yes, it was.